Hari ini gue mau ikut historical bicycle tour bersama Let's Go Tour Tour. So, ikuti keseruannya di TRAVLOGUE, TRAVLOGUE, follow them.
Welcome to Let's Go Tour. My name is Elfie. Alright, it rhymes with selfie, if that's easy for you to remember. I will be your guide for this morning. How are you all feeling today? Good?
Good.
By coming on this tour, all of you know that you are signed up for a 4-hour tour, yeah? So please do not give up along the way, yeah? Have the mindset that you are going to start and finish. So if you that is the name of this area, yeah, just like how Chinatown is an area, Marina Bay is an area, Upper Plum is an area. So before I get into it, has anybody heard of the name Raffles before? Raffles Hotel, Raffles Hospital, and it is everywhere. So who is Raffles? He was the founder of modern Singapore. He was a British who led the British Indian company in Singapore to set up a trading post. But at that point of time, Singapore was actually ruled by a sultan, a sultan is king, who was based in Johor. Right, Johor today is part of Malaysia, the South Ever. Hear me out, yeah? The agreement on paper, yeah, with the British, the royal family and his descendants were only allowed to live here as long as they are under the British rule. Yeah, that was the agreement, black and white. So in 1963, Singapore got independence from Britain. Yeah, Britain went back. So whatever that was so-called crown land became state land automatically. So the Singapore government went up to them and said, hey, this is my property now. Royal families got kicked out, evicted from their own home. Yeah, so a lot of people assume that the family, when they were kicked out in the 60s, right, they
I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. Jadi mengenang masa lalu. Jadi mengenang masa lalu.
SMP.
Oh. Oh, enak nih di sini.
turn over there if you want, because it's hot. That was actually the second version. Yeah, so the first version was just a single story. Yeah, it was pretty small mosque. But then we saw more and more Muslim traders, yeah, coming here and settling here. So they needed a bigger space. And 100 years later, in the 1920s, they upgraded. Yeah, so the second version of the Sultan Mosque. And for places of worships, generally speaking, yeah, it's open to the public, right? Even if you are not dressed appropriately, yeah, although they have very strict dress codes, they will provide you, yeah, with a sarong or robe. So I do encourage you to check out, yeah, these places of worship in Singapore. Not just mosques, yeah, you can go to Buddhist temples, Hindu temples, churches. And in Singapore, we are a secular state. There is no main religion here. But anybody wants to make a guess? What do you think is the biggest religion in Singapore?
Haji, cepetan Pak. Di sini banyak makanan halal. Banyak makanan halal. Duluan aja deh.
Let's move it to the sides. Double yellow line. You can get off the bikes if you want to. Welcome to Haji Lane. Yeah, this is one of the most popular, famous, quirky streets in Singapore. You can see a lot of shops selling food, clothes, barber shop, tattoo shop, and street art. Yeah. So if you go in the middle there, yeah, they have lots of very nice wall murals. Feel free to walk around.
Ya. Apanya? Turnya. Ya private kalau berdua. Masuk ke mall ini pakai sepeda.
Replaced by all this because many of the Bugis people actually went back to Indonesia, or some of them married and moved out of this country. Okay, so these are mostly office buildings. I'm not sure if you noticed just now as we were crossing the road. Buildings that they look very flat from a certain angle. It's an optical illusion. So let's say if you were standing over there, you will see that it's huge. What is the nickname of this? What do we call it here? Or what do you think it looks like? Clock Tower, yeah. Okay. Any other answers? Yeah. In Singapore, we like to call it Gotham City. Batman building. Anything to do with Batman? This is it, yeah? The architect who designed these two buildings is I.M.A. Ever heard of I.M.A.? That is quite famous. And he designed the Pyramid of the Louvre Museum in Paris, and the new World Trade Center in New York. These are also office buildings, but one of my favorite office buildings in Singapore is this Max Coachini. On the Aspen is what we call the knockoffs, the replica. Now we don't have them here. But I still believe people are still selling it online. You have to meet the buyer somewhere in the street. But not like brick and mortar shops selling them. Built their beachfront villas or beachfront houses. Why beachfront? Because literally this was the beach, that was the sea. But unfortunately all these have been reclaimed and the houses have been demolished and replaced by all this. Right, and next we are going green. So yeah, welcome to Raffles Hotel. This is the oldest surviving hotel in Singapore. It's not the oldest, not the first one, but oldest surviving. It has been around from the year 1887 when it was still by the beach, facing the sea. Imagine now, facing this. And this is a very luxurious hotel, known for its heritage and of course the exclusive suites. So you cannot find like deluxe rooms, superior room. It starts from a regular suite all the way to the presidential suite. It costs between 1,000 Singapore dollars to 12,000. It's called the Civilian War Memorial. Basically, it's to commemorate civilians who lost their lives during the Japanese occupation. Because Singapore was also affected during World War II from 1942 to 1945. So it's very important for Singapore to, have something that reminds us of our history. So not everything here is modern all the time. Otherwise, tour guys like me, we have no jobs. Nothing to talk about. Later, we will get a full up-close view of all of Marina Bay, including Marina Bay Sands. Recreational ground for sports and events. And this is also where we do the National Day Parade, our Independence Day. So basically this is the timeline, right? 14th century, a prince from Indonesia, from Sumatra, came here, saw an animal he thought was a lion, and he was the one who named the country Singapura, which means Lion City. And he became the first ruler of Singapura, right? And then the Sultanate got exchanged hands in Malaysia, Indonesia, and then 1819 British came, right? Led by Raffles, and he changed the name from Singapura to Singapore, which means the same thing. Then 1942, World War II, Japanese occupation, and 1945, after the Japanese surrendered, the British government took control of Singapore again until 1959. But we were not independent from Britain because in 1959 we formed our own government, the Singapore government. And in 1963, told Britain they can go home so that we can merge with Malaysia. So although we got independence from Britain, we were not independent. We merged with Malaysia. But our merger with Malaysia only lasted 2 years. So in 1965, for the first time ever, we were on our own. So for us Singaporeans, it's more significant to celebrate the Independence Day, or we call it National Day, from 9th of August 1965 rather than 1963 from Britain. Yeah, what I mean? Yeah, it's really how weird. And this road is also part of the racetrack for Formula 1. We don't have here, we have the Singapore Grand Prix, right? The F1 race. So it's a street race around Marina Bay and along the Civic District. So it just ended in September, late September. So they've already removed all the grandstands, the fans, the lights. Yeah, very quick.
Oh.
windows is one of the most Instagrammable landmarks in Singapore. It's called the Old Hill Street Police Station. That's right, it was because there is a roadblock, a road closure. I will share with you more on it when we reach there. Yeah.